we're now in a new age and a new day, and it's crazy because you don't have to kiss anybody nowadays to be considered cheating. In this new age, cheating can start over a phone screen. So I really want to break some stuff down and ask you the real question, the critical question. What's really cheating?
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out, brother.
What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. It's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is Love and Logic, where we talk all things relationship. And this conversation on today, I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to be strong. It's nothing short of something that most people are battling with today. And I'm going to tell you this before we start. I'm going to share this with you. You need to start in the beginning of your relationship, setting the boundaries and setting the parameters, because so many people get into relationships and they don't set boundaries. They don't set perimeters. Like, what am I expecting out of this relationship? Like, is this okay? Is that okay? Is you know, like, what is offensive to you? Let's sit down at the table and talk about it, because there's some people. I did a video and I was like, men and women can't be friends. I really believe that. I'm being honest. And the reason I believe that is because most men, I'm not saying all, right? Now, this is a really thin line. If it's business, right? That's the line, right? I'm talking about, now hear me clearly. I'm talking about on a friendship level, right? Is it possible? Yes. But is it often? No. Right? I'm talking about on a friendship level, the opposite sex being, I mean, on a friend, like I'm calling, how you doing? What's up? Let's chat. I'm going to tell you about my problems. That's where you go wrong, right? And this is just how I feel. This is just my opinions, right? I'm not telling that this should be the standard for your relationship or move it. This is just my thoughts, right? Because I truly believe this. On that type of level, when you if a woman opens the door, a man is going to walk through 99% of the time. I'm just being honest. 99% of the time, some of y'all have argued me on my last video when I said that men and women can't be friends. Matter of fact, I'm going to do another video about that, explain this, and just watch this episode. I'm going to explain it. Because if you leave that door cracked, right, and he feels like he can come in, it's going to happen, period, unless he's not attracted to women. I mean, it's just, listen, I've seen this time and time. You would be surprised how many women that I speak to that's going through divorce, and the first thing that they bring up, you would be surprised, all of his homeboys are in my DMs. You'd be shocked. Ladies, let me just really help you out real fast. Be careful of all the guys that, what's up, sis? All this sis. Now think about this. Sis, what animal makes the sis sound? Snakes. Just really take accountability and really just look at that thing. I get it. You may have pure intentions. I've seen this. I can't stress this enough. I've seen this time and time again where women had pure intentions to not take it no further, nothing, but this guy comes along that you call your friend, your bro, he call you sis, right? And next thing you know, one thing leads to another, because you're vulnerable, because you're venting. This was going on in my relationship. This was going on in my life. Oh, for real? I'm telling you, listen, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it. So I just want to just clear that part up right there. Set some boundaries in your relationship. I'm not saying that every relationship can't have opposite sex friends, because I'm going to tell you this. I met this woman, and she was leaving the place, at midnight, right? She was going to a male's friend house. And I'm like, your husband's okay with that? She's like, yeah, we got trust in our relationship. Now, I'm gonna just be honest with you. No, that don't sit well with me. At midnight, you're going to a male's friend house? Come on, listen. I'm gonna leave that alone. But moving on, we're living in a new age, right? Where cheating doesn't start with physical interaction, right? Now, back in the days, it did. It happened like that. Now, if cheating can start with being flirtatious in your DMs, right? So I really want to explain and really talk about that because I can't stand it. It bothers me when I hear women like, oh, I won't cheating, I won't cheating, or even guys, no, I ain't cheating, I was just talking. No, you are opening up a portal so that the vulnerability, just catch me now, the vulnerability could be eased in and you can coerce the vulnerability of the male or the female, whatever one, right? And you can speak to that vulnerability. You can speak to that pain point and it opens up a gateway. Listen, I can't stand when women say, oh, you're being insecure. No, I'm not being insecure because I know this play because I did it myself, period, right? What is the quickest way to get what you want from any person? Is through sympathy. Like, I mean, listen, I'm gonna believe this until the day that I die because it's psychology. I took psychology in seminary. That's one of the courses that we took. Psychology, the mind of a person. I'm telling you, when a person is sympathetic, right, or not sympathetic, they're sad and you're being sympathetic to them. What happens is you tap into a space of this person that opens up to you that immediately gives you this level of trust, right? Think about this. A man meets a woman and she's going through the darkest period of her life, right? Now, it goes for both. She's going through a dark period and he can solve the problem that she's going through financially. Let's just talk about, let's say money, because money is the most of the reasons why people get divorced. Money is the reason why most people go through the struggles in their life. So I'm gonna deal with that. You have two different types. You have the guy with the money and the guy without the money. He just has a good talk game. The guy with the money, he doesn't have to have a really good talk game to get what he wants. You're going through a dark moment. He can satisfy this financial need that you like, listen, if this thing don't get met tomorrow, we out of here. And he meets it, right? So immediately, and hear me now, he opens up this doorway to your heart because he solves a major problem that you really need. Now, you open up and you trust him. Now, is it all women? No. Some women be like, listen, I'll be put out before I allow you to come in. So some women are stand up. Some women are solid, but not all women are solid. Not all men are solid. But in this scenario, he opens up the doorway to your heart, right? He solves this problem. And you hear this all the time. How many men do you know, how many women do you know that have opened up to a man and cheated and they didn't use protection? Why? Because he opened up this doorway to her heart and immediately she gave him trust. Or immediately he wasn't thinking and he trusted her that she didn't have anything. This is why they had unprotected sex, right? Think about that. Now, looking at that psychology, think about how important it is to guard the people that you talk to. Guard the people that you entertain. Because ladies, hear me clearly. If a man gives you a compliment and you smile, let me just say smile. If you smile, he feels like he got away. Because, matter of fact, I was talking to my wife and she was telling me that this guy had given her a compliment. He was like, you so beautiful, woo-de-woo. And she was like, oh, thank you. And she just kept on moving. But he was persistent. Now, just think about this. Had she smiled and said, oh, thank you so much, right? Bro was like, oh, I got one on the hook. And I mean, that's how I'm telling you, I've been a man for 42 years and I've been a black man 3 different times. I've been a black baby. I've been a black boy. Now I'm a black man, right? I know this game. So if you smile, it's a done deal. I mean, I feel as if and I'm not going to give up. I feel as if I have some type of leverage because I just made you smile. What is one of the quickest way, another quick way to a woman's heart? Laughter. Women love to laugh. If you smile, oh, listen, baby, I got you. I told her she beautiful, and all I have to do is just ping on that part right there because maybe she hasn't heard it in a while. Maybe she doesn't hear it often. Maybe she doesn't feel like she's beautiful, but I got it now. So I just had to lay that foundation, that little 8-minute foundation. But let's go on, jump in deep. 3 reasons I really want to tell you how in today's market, what counts as cheating. Watch this. Emotional cheating. Emotional. Let me explain this. If you're giving someone else the emotional connection, the vulnerability, I just said that, encouragement or attention that belongs in relationships, you've crossed the line already. Emotional intimacy often comes before physical intimacy. That's a major emotional intimacy. It's crazy because Bruce, and I'm not going to be as colorful as he is, but Bruce says something like this. He says a lot of people think that foreplay starts in the bedroom, and it doesn't. Foreplay starts when you're playing with your mate, joking with your mate. Little small intimate stuff like that, like, oh, you're so beautiful. That's where foreplay starts. Because if you can get them right here, when you get to third base, it's a done deal. You have a home run, right? That's how that works. Number 2, secret conversations and texting. So this is my thing. This is my whole synopsis. If I can't let my wife hold my phone or see my phone, or I can't see her phone, that's a problem. Right? Now, I'm not saying that we need to know everything that's going on, because I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I'll be like, hold on, something ain't right. Let me see the phone, right? We feel like that sometimes, but I'm not that type of one. Like, I'm going to check that phone here. I'm not like that, right? At least I try not to be like that if I can be all the way honest and transparent, because I feel like this. I have a lot going on. If I have to check your phone to see what you doing, I don't need to be in that relationship. That's number 1. But secret conversations and texting, if you have to delete messages, hide notifications, I'm going to keep on going because some of y'all going to play dumb. If you have to delete messages, hide notifications, change contact names, or your partner will be hurt if they saw the conversation, that's a major red flag. Secrecy, let me tell you something. Secrecy destroys trust. And I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes it takes years to build trust, but seconds to lose it. All right, number 3, social media boundaries matter. I'm going to tell you this. I've got an issue if a guy knows, and we have this conversation all the time, me and my fellas, we argue about this. If a guy knows that you're in a relationship, he should not be putting no inappropriate messages or inappropriate comments on your pictures. That's number 1. But number 2, I got to check the woman, because if you're in a relationship, now all relationships are different, but if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be posting no pictures that will make a person or make a guy say, oh, golly, she fine. No. Now, I'm going to tell you this. You can be well-dressed, right? I understand both sides. You can be well-dressed and a man may still feel bold because he sees the beauty in you. I get it. You can cover up and he still can see the beauty. I understand that. But what I've noticed in my 42 years of living is that most guys are not going to over-comment if you're not showing or exposing something that making them be like, oh, hold up, bruh. Yo, she like that. Right? And that's just being honest. But social media boundaries matters. Let's catch this. Consistently flirting in DMs, sending heart emojis. I'm telling a lot of people got issues because how do you not see it inappropriate to send a kissy face emoji to another person that you're not in a relationship with? Like, listen, no woman, I'm telling you this now, I'm shutting it down. If a woman send me a kissy emoji, that's a problem. Period. If she send me flirting eyes and stuff, that's a problem. To me, now, if you send a text message about the kids and I send a picture to the kids and you say, oh my gosh, so beautiful, that's different. But you're sending something, no, that's a problem. That's problematic, bro. Like, sis, that's problematic if you're getting this message from a dude and he's sending you kissy. That's a clear sign that I'm crossing the line, right? Maintaining inappropriate Snapchat streaks or entertaining someone who clearly wants you isn't just social media. Digital behavior has real world consequences. I'm gonna go a little step further. When I'm on Facebook and I see, because you got to realize when you post on your stories, they can see who sees their stories. If I see a woman that posts, and I'm be on the way honest and transparent, this is an integrity moment because nobody can check me. The only people that knows is if I see their stories, they can say, no, he looked at my story and here's his, his picture, whatever. I don't even, so if I'm on Facebook, I rarely look at stories. I look at stories sometimes. It depends if it's interesting. But if a woman posts a picture like in a bathing suit or a sexy picture or something like that in her stories, I don't even look at it. For what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Why? And I'm gonna give you some game, fellas. The reason I don't do it is because if she's single and whatever, she feels bold, she knows I'm married, it doesn't matter to some women. But if she sees me seeing her picture like that, this is sending a signal. And a lot of y'all gonna say, oh, you overlooking it. No, I'm not overlooking it. No, I'm not looking too deep into this thing. Because that opens doorways, vice versa, ladies. If a guy posts a picture, he muscled up. You know what I mean? Showing his muscles, and you consistently looking at all his pictures. This is sending a signal. Hey, bro, I'm interested. Holla at your girl, right? I mean, you guys don't have to believe it. I'm telling you, I know what time it is in these streets. Here's the standard. If you have to hide it, defend it, or you be upset if your partner did the same thing, it's probably crossing a boundary. Faithful people don't just protect their bodies, they protect their relationships. I'm gonna leave y'all with a scripture, something I don't normally do, but I'm gonna leave y'all with a scripture, 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Avoid every kind of evil. Avoid every kind of evil. What's your definition of cheating today? Y'all leave it in the comments. Let me know what your definition of cheating. Let me know what you feel. Like, even if you think this video is too much, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I want to dialogue with you guys. I hope that this was, something that you was able to chew on. Love you guys to life. Let's go.
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. But God is really using you to help me out, brother.